son of a bitch.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Because you are my friend.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 22 of the Super Enabler Bros. I'm Jason of Corpse Flood Gaming, accompanied by my excellent co-host, Chris, the old ass retro gamer. What's up, Chris?
What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Looks like we got a guest with us. A guest we know all too well.
Oh shit.
Church! How you doing, buddy?
I am excellent. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Now that you're back. Now that you're back, we're missing you. But yeah, we can get business as usual. So, I don't know how someone would know who we are and not know who you are. We're so closely related. We're like a clique.
Brothers from another mothers.
Yeah, tell everyone who you are, what you do, just as with everyone else. Who you are, what you do.
Sure, yeah. Church, the Game Grinder. I have a YouTube channel that's output's very, very low these days, but do all kinds of things. Mostly unboxed and pickup videos. Not so much reviews anymore. Of course, the Game Tenants podcast with
I've
Jason
heard it's
here.
good.
Yeah, it's
I've heard it from me in the mirror.
It's
I think I've saw something about it.
it's no super enabler, bros. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get it out there. Oh.
Yeah, you.
I'm also an occasional co-host of the Cartridge Club Game of the Month podcast.
Who are they?
Yeah.
Cartridge Club is basically a Game of the Month podcast. They pick a game, community plays along. There's Twitter polls. They got a Discord, and then at the end of the month, they bring in random people from the community to talk about the game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lot of fun. Great community. You will never find a more friendly and knowledgeable group of people.
It's basically like reverse Mos Eisley. Like it's a record hive of scum and villainy, but like it's not that. It's the opposite of that. So
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
why I was Chris confused by that. Come on, man. You never seen Star Wars. Come on, man. Come on. Usually you're usually right up on my references. But yeah. Cartridge Club's awesome. Been lucky enough to be a guest a couple times.
Yeah.
Same here.
Chris, yeah. So
I got to pick the game of the month one time.
they don't like me that much, but they often pick games that I fucking love anyway. So no worries. It's usually an awesome pick. I don't think I've seen one where I'm like, bleh. Unfortunately, there's been ones where I'm like, I just beat that. I didn't even know it was coming up. Damn it. Like Horizon Zero Dawn last year.
But even if you don't play along, don't play along or don't enjoy the game, you can still
be part of the podcast.
Yeah,
If you don't enjoy the game. Just yeah. That's what it is.
It's cool. It's neat.
It's pretty cool. It's an experience. But yeah, it's always a good time over there. And we love them so much. Mwah.
Come back, Musty. We miss you.
Yeah. Where's he been? Where'd he go? It's like
Fishing.
Carmen San Diego. He's like Carmen San Diego. All right. So what have you guys been up to lately? Pretty busy, obviously. It's been many moons since our last episode. I feel bad. I apologize right off the hop about our giveaway. We are still doing the giveaway this episode, but hopefully no one's picked up the game on clearance by now.
The Black Friday sale came and went.
I had good intentions, but busy guys. So until we can do this as a job, we gotta do our jobs. So schedules don't line up.
Nah.
Bullshit. But what you been up to in these many moons?
Not much. I've been working my ass off on these licensed game videos for my channel. Decided for some reason I thought it was a good idea to do a 31-day challenge where I release a video every single day on my channel.
I agree. It is a good idea.
That's
Great idea.
at the expense of everything else. It's like I go to work, I come home and I edit, and I go to sleep. And the weekends are basically all taken up with editing. Like that's all I was doing today was editing.
Well, we are enjoying it, so much benefit to us. Sorry that your life's gone down the shitter as a result. But,
like there's so many things I want to do, but I just can't.
I guess I could like edit and sidebar that movie and watch it. You're just typing what the characters say.
Yeah. But the 31-day licensed video game challenge on my channel. That's the thing.
Check it out. Do responses to it for Christ's sake.
I already got a couple people telling me they were going to do response videos, which made my day.
I want to do a response in some capacity. I don't know if I can commit to 31 videos.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do one big long one that just has all of them in one.
I want to try and do something in some capacity because this is a cool topic. A lot of them I've got an idea right away. A couple of them will be thinkers, but that's the fun of it.
I haven't got any death threats yet for me ragging on certain games.
Man, I still like it, but I wasn't like, we're still friends. Like I was saying for a couple of days there, though, I was just like, I know you too well, man.
Yeah, you texted me. I was like, I knew that you were going to pick that one game, and then I was right.
The overrated one. I literally started it up, and I was like, hey, watch me be right. And then to my wife, and she was like, what? And I just said the name of the game, and she's like, cool. Did he tell you? And I was like, no, it's my friend. I know him pretty well. She's like, right on, man. I've never seen her more unimpressed with something I've told her. Shit in the hallway.
She's like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. She's like, cool. I thought, well, okay, sure. I don't know what's going on. She was in the middle of something, so it was totally like my kids run up to, hey, mom, hey, I did this in Roblox. It was cool. And she's, oh, well, it was nice. So I basically got that response. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the thing, this thing that matters. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, we're all enjoying them. Looking forward to the last.
Yeah, we're in the home stretch.
9? What is there? 9 more?
31 out of 22. Yeah, or 22 out of 31. It's late.
It's late. It's not as late.
My brain don't work too good.
We're doing all right. We're up to a good start. Cool. But yeah. What have you been up to, Church? Seem extra busy.
Yeah, I've been a little busy. I mean, it's not like video game related or whatnot, but just went on a cruise last week. 7-day cruise. It was,
Rona free.
It's kind of, kind of a controversial vacation due to current things, but they took it it was hoops. Like we had to jump through hoops. Everybody had to be vaccinated. We had to be tested within 2 days of the cruise. Once we're on the cruise, like if you're around people are indoors, you have to be masked. They had like hand sanitizer everywhere. They took it super serious. While we're on the cruise, as I'm looking at the news, seeing, it's exploding everywhere. It was not on the ship. And so that was kind of cool. But yeah, it was awesome. It was, I flew down to Florida, Orlando, Florida, and then sailed out. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, the itinerary changed 3 times. One of the changes was while we were on the boat. Unfortunately,
shit.
But it was still pretty awesome. It was the largest cruise liner in the world. It's called Harmony of the Seas. It's a Royal Caribbean.
The Ruby of the Sea, the greatest lay ever.
Has the largest slide on a boat in the world, a dry slide. It also has
slide, slip and slide.
I was like, was that a hand sanitizer coated one too? You just slid down
it. You gotta grease yourself up with
you're like riding like this like pad thing, but it also had 4 water slides, and I mean the boat itself was awesome.
You literally went big instead of going home.
Except there was one fatal flaw.
What's that?
Not enough fried shrimp.
Yes, surprisingly minimal fried shrimp. Although they did have like a fancy restaurant that was like pay, but it's like $50 a meal, so we didn't do that.
But, give me one for free.
But I mean, they have like a main dining. They have a buffet you can do that's included, or they have this like dining room that's like the best service I've ever had. It's like a 5 stars, fancy ass 3-course meal stuff. Oh, it was great. But for stops, we ended up going to it's not the I'm pretty sure it's not like the British Virgin Islands. I think it's the U.S. because we didn't have to do any customs stuff. But we went to Saint Martin, and the city was Phillipsburg, and then we went to an island in the Bahamas, which is a private owned by Royal Caribbean called Coco Cay, which was my favorite part because it had the largest water slide in North America, along with like 12 other amazing water slides and awesome beach. And yeah, it was a great time.
Adam Beach was there?
Show some friction burns.
Yeah, there's multiple beaches throughout my trip. And yeah, I went with my fiance and my brother-in-law and
hot beaches,
some other friends. And
So what'd you call me?
bunch of beaches.
Sweet.
Bunch of beaches.
Hey, did you ever know that you're my hero?
Sweet. Wow, okay.
Beaches.
Yeah.
The
Do you
movie, the movie? Never mind.
I
give
think
up.
The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio.
No!
I left
I love
I
that
left
movie.
your reference hanging after that you left. mine
Okay,
most
god
nicely.
damn it.
We'll get back to high five and soon. The scar is healed now.
Yeah. But other than that, which that was a pretty big thing for me.
Absolutely.
Playing video games and watching stuff, and yeah.
I miss those days where I could actually just sit down and play a video game.
What kind of games
Yeah.
you been playing?
What games have I been playing? So currently I'm playing GTFO, which
All right,
yes,
man. I won't ask you no more. If you're gonna be
that is the title of the game.
Like, okay, bye.
Which is it makes sense to the plot of the game. It's unfortunately it's only a PC. It's PC only right now. I don't know if there's plans that'll come to console, but it's a pretty cool game. It is very, very loose comparison would be in the vein of something like Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood. Or Aliens, Fireteam Elite, kind of that co-op point A to point B with objectives, with like hordes and
Survival
whatnot.
Team horde shooter.
This is a little bit more horror. It's in the horror genre as all these games are, but they try to go heavy with the atmosphere. It's very dark, foggy, and stuff. It's kind of like these mutated people. It's not too far in the future, but kind of like a future setting.
In the not too distant future.
Very slow paced game. It's very methodical. It does some pretty interesting things with like you have to access terminals and actually like type in commands to like unlock doors or find like ammo caches and stuff like that. And it's very like coordination required, very challenging game. I actually I made these guys start later than maybe they intended to, because I was trying to beat this map that I've tried like 7-8 times, and I was just playing like a 2-hour session, and we kept dying like so close to the end, and we're like, we're gonna beat it, and then we beat it, and it was awesome.
We're worried about you more than us. I know we can probably stay up.
I had to beat that.
We do this on the regular every 3 months.
Yeah.
But whenever we plan an episode, but so I gotta apologize to both of you guys. I didn't realize it was Saturday. We always record this on Saturdays, and we mentioned doing the episode, and I'm still thinking it's Friday, so I got nothing ready. So it's good that you kept us waiting. I had time to actually get ready. So thank you.
I was looking out for you.
Glad you enjoyed your game.
But yeah,
I'm always here to help, as long as by help you just need me to play a game,
right,
and not do stuff.
Yeah. So I would say anybody who has a PC that likes those kind of games, like, it's definitely worth checking out. It's challenge. It's kind of different though, because it does have an in-game matchmaking, but it's there, but they really encourage you to use their Discord, which actually is pretty interesting, because people say like, oh, I'm looking to play this map. I need 2 people. Here's a code. And you just join the code. You can join the game. It tends to be a little bit more people intentionally working together, where matchmaking, I mean, they do.
Randos? Yeah.
But they tend to be more people who are willing to use microphones, which this game, like, communication is super important, because
a lot of those team-based ones, you gotta be communicating, or else there's someone who's a hero trying to just speed run it while everyone else is like, I'd rather just not get killed.
Yeah. And then last game I finished was The Mummy Demastered. Chris also played it recently.
As did I.
Awesome.
Oh my god!
Everybody pretty much already knew it was an awesome game.
It was an
and
awesome game,
I can-
and then I
yeah.
got pissed off at it and stopped playing it because I was going for the no death run,
Oh yeah.
and I paused it, and it didn't fucking pause, and I had to go do
So you
checks
didn't pause
because
it.
I was playing at work, and I got killed in that time, and I was like, cool, because you can't just quit the menu because it saves that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I
I'll
died.
I'll play
once.
this again later. Let's go play this again later. Yeah, I was like, I don't even know how far. A couple of the bosses, I think. Anyway,
It's not a super long game by
yeah,
now,
it's
but
yeah,
It's like 5 hours maybe.
yeah. I'm gonna complete it, but it's
it's
not
absolutely
that
just
different.
rock solid, awesome soundtrack, great gameplay. I mean, it's a solid Metroidvania. It's like, it's definitely in the list of like must-play Metroidvania games. And
Oh yeah, I loved it, and especially that the running gun aspect to it was
Way Forward
a-
killing it. It's really like the spiritual predecessor to Aliens Infestation, the DS game.
yeah.
Very, very similar.
And it's
in
got
style.
that weird like Dark Souls kind of mechanic where if your character dies, you have to go and re-kill that character in order to get all the power-ups and
Yeah.
weapons that he's accumulated.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean,
Since you're
it's
never
not like
playing
a-
as the same person when you die, you're just another soldier that comes down there.
It's not like a terribly challenging game. So
No, I was finding it easy up to that point.
Yeah.
That's why I was extra pissed off. And I was like, "Ha, cool." So,
Thanks.
can't even just reload my save.
congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, can't even just reload.
Oh,
That's what pissed me off. I think is because I can't even reload my save.
Yeah.
Then I was like, all right, I'm gonna play this later because I was like, I'm a little bit mad.
yeah.
But it wasn't the game's fault. It was, I don't know. I must have unpaused it when I put the controller down or some shit. But I was like, neat.
Yeah. You gotta find a download for the soundtrack too, because
I have it if you want it.
it's awesome. It's like synthwave. I mean, yeah, good.
It's
good,
pretty fantastic.
very
Yeah.
good.
Very
love it.
moody,
Yeah.
but danceable.
Before that, I don't think Jason, you haven't played Deathloop, have you?
No, I don't have a PS5, motherfucker.
I think it's on.
It's on the 4.
I think it's on everything. Anyways, I played Deathloop.
What's your point?
I thought I've only seen it on PS5 at
I played it
at
on
Walmart,
PC.
so I thought it was only on PS5.
Oh,
I thought it was only PS5, Xbox One, so I just didn't even try to acquire it because I thought it was one of those gotta get the new one
I
to
mean,
play it.
it'd probably be better to play it on the new systems. But Deathloop, awesome. Yeah, one of the best games came out last year. Very.
I don't know. According to Metal Jesus, he couldn't finish it.
Yeah, he's
a puss.
I don't like posting negative things, but it's like I really would be like, okay, so you got bad taste. All right, cool. That's all you're telling us. That's fantastic. It's Arcane. I mean, every game they make is pretty much awesome. They're always underrated too. I think it's just because they try something a little different every time, but they do it so well. And this game has a really neat, just the whole mechanic of the game. It's basically like every time you die, the day starts over, but there's like cumulative progress that happens. So you can play, as you play through the game, you're always doing an objective, but like the day, like constantly you're, trying some things, setting some things up, and starting the day over. And eventually you're trying to line up all these things so you can take out all these targets in one day. Story is really cool. Gameplay solid. It's like I said, it's pretty unique.
It sounds like a lower action Groundhog Day. Cool.
Yeah, something along those lines actually. But yeah, it's and the characters Cole and Juliana are just they're fantastic. I mean, a lot of the other characters are pretty entertaining as well. But it's a really cool game, and much like most Arcane games, it deserves its praise, but it needs more people to play it.
It's one of the games I kind of had on my short list of games I want to get when I get my 5. So I might as well. Since I was oblivious to it being on the last gen consoles, I might as well just keep it on my list for next gen when I get it.
Should.
which will be soon. God of War is coming up, so yeah. Chris, what the hell you been playing? You've been playing games or what?
I've been, before Christmas, or before the end of the year, I played through Mummy Demastered because one of the topics of one of the license challenge videos was like a game from the 2010s, and that's like when licensed games started to dry up. So I was really kind of hard pressed to find a game to talk about, and I was like, well, I've always wanted to play Mummy Demastered, and as I was rendering other videos for the series, I would go and play a few sections of it. Sweet. And then I come back and edit, and then when I was rendering it, go and play, and I ended up beating it while I was editing. Well,
I remember us talking about like recent licensed games, and you like probably a couple months ago before you even had the idea to do this, and you're like, yeah, nothing's come out since like this game. I was like, I got a couple. Well, I can't remember even what it was.
Yeah,
like,
there's still licensed games like movie ones, but like they're really few and far between.
Let us not forget the GOAT, which we discussed on the Game Tennis podcast.
Chex Quest?
Space Jam: A New Legacy. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck that game. Still.
I'd rather not.
Still.
But yeah, like the PS3 and the Xbox 360 is when, you know, like the last time when they were just all over the place.
Yeah, last time they were like.
Yeah, like every other game was a licensed game.
Count on a movie tie-in game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of missed that because they were actually starting to come up in quality. Like the quality to non-quality was actually
you got like Way Forward making a few of them.
Yeah,
and you know there were most of them are pretty good. I mean, you got the Aliens one, you got Alien Isolation.
Oh yeah,
and you know stuff like that. Though. I know that, but I'm just saying like even there's been a lot of good ones recently.
Yeah, there is an Alien movie.
Pretty much anything Way Forward is.
There is an Alien movie.
I still want to play that
kind of movie.
Wendy the Witch game or whatever it's called.
Wendy Every Which Way, which is quite pricey now.
Yeah, no shit.
That's
like it's getting to like Shantae territory almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played through that. And I thought it was fantastic. I love a good Metroidvania. And that one was like just what I needed at that particular time to make me want to play more of them, because I was like, it's easy enough to just pick up and play, but it makes me want to play something that's a little bit more complicated and complex. So like I want to go through and play Bloodstained now.
Do it today.
Yeah, dude, the game is awesome.
After I was watching Nintendo stream Bloodstained, and I was just kind of like, I want to play this so bad, I just don't have time. I've been playing because of the licensed game thing. I've been playing Star Trek Conquest when I'm rendering now, because I can do like a game in 20 minutes, basically, because it's very casual, which is the board game Star Trek game. And I've beat I don't know how many times in the last like 10 days. But before that, I think the last things I played were Batman Brave and the Bold on the DS. And that was another Way Forward
game. Yeah.
Yep. I started playing it when I was at the airport coming back from your place in November. And then I beat it sitting at my desk while I was rendering something. And then I played through Alien versus Predator Aftermath, which is a Beats of Rage hack of the arcade Alien versus Predator game.
Okay.
For my Dreamcast, and it's only has like 3 levels or whatever, but it's a pretty solid beat 'em up. It's actually really fun, and I beat it on the first try. Like I just plowed right through it. It's really really fun, but it's really short, which is probably why.
Yeah,
I like it so much. It's just real quick.
The arcade game itself isn't very long either. It's only like 5 levels, I think.
But I will say that there are only 3 levels, but the levels are pretty long. So.
Church and I are wondering one thing though: if you fulfilled your oath, we calling you to fulfill your oath. Have you played any I don't know, BioWare games recently?
Oh, it's installed. It's installed on the Xbox. It just needs to get booted up.
Good start.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
It's ready to go. Once I finish these videos, I plan on jumping into that shit.
It's gonna be like Arsenio Hall and Spell Show.
It's like it's like Arsenio Hall when Jason Voorhees came.
Yeah, we did tell you though.
Oh man, some good ass Mass Effect. How come you didn't tell me how good the Mass Effect was?
It's like, bro.
Like I said, I started playing the OG when it first came out. I played it for like 5 or 6 hours, and then I was just kind of like, oh, this other game over here.
Oh, no. That's weird, man. Because whatever other game that wasn't as good.
It was probably some licensed game. It was probably that Pirates of the Caribbean game that I had.
None of those.
Probably Conan, the Conan game that came out.
Just for like the 316 PS3.
The one that Ron Perlman does the voice.
Yeah, I like that one. So
yeah, I think that was what it was. Because I was like,
game.
oh, this is a little more casual. This is a little more.
Although I do love that game, Mass Effect it is not.
Yeah.
But I do love that game. That's one of the first games.
But my intention was always to go back to it. It just never happened.
My 360. That was probably like the fourth game I owned for it. I was like, okay, like I got it for Christmas, and then my wife was going out of town like the next week, and she's like, anything you need me to look for? I was like, Conan, Halo 3, something else. I don't know. Just give me something else. Because I had like one game, and I had the packing games, and it was Forza 2, new, and Ultimate Alliance, great game, but I'd already beat it with her on PS2. So I was like, something else. Something to play on this bad boy. Yeah, I think she got me Spider-Man Friends or Foe too, but I'm like, that's the easiest Spider-Man game. So I was like, that lasted one day. I beat it. Moving on. So, all right, we look forward to hearing updates.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Many updates. All right, well, I don't have as huge of a list as I usually do. So,
damn.
Happy belated Christmas to you guys.
Yeah, we dodged that bullet.
So on Game Tenants, I said I'd probably beat Yakuza 6 the next day, which I did. So that
the Song of Life
that completed my goal for the year of beating every mainline Yakuza game that I hadn't beat already. So I was basically 1 to 6 because I had already done 0 previously.
What are you gonna do? Dead Souls.
Oh, soon, pretty soon. I don't know. I'm gonna probably do like a dragon right away.
Yeah, that's another one I really want to play. I was watching Nintendo stream it, and it looks super fun.
Yeah, I've could have played it on Game Pass, but I was like, well, I own a copy of it. So now that I got my mail and I got my copy, it's installed. It's in my short list in my little game case that I bring to work. So probably really soon. After that, I beat Cotton 100%, and then Panorama Cotton, which was not what you'd expect. Cotton is mostly just a side-scrolling.
Panorama is the one for the Genesis, right?
Yeah.
That's the one where that's the one that's like Star Fox.
No, it's more like Space Harrier.
Space Harrier,
yeah. It's like very Space Harrier-esque. Loved it. I think I actually liked it more than 100%.
I have a repro of it for my Genesis.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really, like, as far as like Genesis 3D, it's probably the best 3D game like that I've played. Then after that, I beat Shikondo Soul Eater, which is another vertical scrolling shooter. Pretty cool. Kind of disappointingly short, but I think I paid like $2 for it, so can't be that.
$2 slim.
Yeah, I bought all the games I played after Yakuza 6 for like really cheap with like a gift card I got for Christmas. And then I beat Adam's Venture Origins. I got it for $1 slim. And it's basically like Uncharted if you didn't have to shoot at anyone. And no one followed you around. So when you found something, you were like, I found this thing. Oh no, someone followed us down here. Yeah, that was my main complaint with the Uncharted games. Yeah. But I don't know, pretty fun, very basic game. I think it came out on the PS3 originally because it was like a remaster. It was very much not a AAA game, but yeah, it was just like a cool puzzle game. With there was some action, but it wasn't really like shoot action. It was like more like run away. There's a couple like things where you like throw stuff back, but yeah, it was It was an okay game. It didn't take very long. It was a nice little short adventure. If it was longer, I probably would have been like, okay, this is kind of boring. But after that, I've been playing a bunch of games. I've been playing the RPG Maker MV or whatever it's called. Just dicking around, kind of learning how to play that. I'm a little bit disappointed. It doesn't have quite as much options for stuff as I had assumed it would have. From what I can gather, the PC version is leagues better. But I'm still going to try and make something in it because I didn't want to throw money away. I'm having a little bit of fun. It's pretty convoluted, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. And I don't know, it's something to do when I'm feeling creative. So I've been chipping away at that, learning little bits of that. But as far as the last game I beat, Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. It's an okay game.
That's the Masao game, right?
You would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was really, actually, for those kind of games, it was really fun for a while. And then about like halfway through, I was like, can I get some like new moves?
Have you played that?
Something?
Have you played the Dreamcast Berserk game?
I was just going to suggest that.
Yeah, sort of.
Where you keep on hitting your sword against the walls.
Guts' Raid.
I think that one's supposed to be pretty decent.
It's okay.
It is. I liked it. I think you got it right here.
I was going to say, Church, if there's one Musu game you would love, it's Hyrule Warriors.
How come I not find it? I have like 12.
That's fantastic.
I have like 12 games.
That's probably the best one I've ever played.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Still have to play the sequel.
How many? Oh, that's where it is.
I'll play that if you guys read the Berserk manga.
I have read. I haven't read all of it, but I have read it.
Why you gotta blackmail us, brah?
It's it covers. I gotta say though, the game covers a good.
It's
amount
generally
of the story. A good amount of story. Yeah, this one I beat this. I think last year.
Golden Age arc or whatever.
Yeah, that's all right. I always hitting your sword up against the walls and shit.
I'm not sure if it's 2021 or 2020 that I beat this game, but yeah, it was good. I liked it.
I don't remember.
It's very short. It's like 3 to 4 hours maybe. But yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. But the Masao game covers a lot more. At least it had like a lot of like the anime cutscenes and stuff, not just like CG cutscenes. So that was good for that. Like I said, it covered a good amount of the story, but not all of it. It's like it left open for a sequel. And I gotta say, unless I can get it dirty cheap, I don't think I'd pick it up. Just by how sick I was of like, can I have something that's a challenge to fight? Because you'd like fight like, the type of game. But like, well, you fight a boss though, and even they're easy. You're like, oh, come on, fight me. I don't know. It had a lot of in-depth stuff that I liked, but also like the levels. Some of them had like a cool variety where it was like actual like side missions and stuff. I enjoyed that. I found that as like something to keep me going. Like, oh, the side missions are more than just kill 1,000 guys in like 2 minutes if you want. If you don't, and then I don't care. But yeah, so some of the levels were really uninspired. I'm like, this is just for length, but they all fit into the story, so it made sense. But at the same time, I was just like, kind of ready for this to be over. I told the guy I was working with the same thing. He's like, "Did you beat it?" And he like came in from a smoke break and he saw the credits. He's
3 times a day.
He's like, "You did it, man." I was like, I almost didn't. I almost switched over. So I think I switched over to some other stuff like in between while I was playing it because it was not super long, but it was a couple of shifts where I was like, for the last little bit, I'm going to play something else. I think that's when I first started Mummy Demastered. So yeah. So that's about it for me. What else you guys been up to? Making any you got any videos coming up there, Church? Or planned?
Yeah.
Got any collector's editions in the mail?
My motivation's like pretty much non-existent. I was gonna try to do a like a year later unboxing video of the Cyberpunk
We could have.
collector's edition, and then I can like reaffirm that anybody who hasn't played this game is doing themselves a disservice.
We could have done a tag team one because I only got mine like a week before.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
I think mine
couple-
like reignited the fire in your heart to want to get that. You're like,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna get that.
Well, I got it for a really good deal too, and it's but the box is a little. It could be better, but everything else is like mint. So,
Are you in agreement with me? It could be like half the size.
yeah,
It's just all present.
ridiculous. It's so big.
I don't like when you take when you take the slip cover off. It's like, man, I could almost use this for like a diorama for my action figures. There's so much to this. If I need cyberpunk buildings to set up behind my guy, I'll be like, oh, some use for this massive fucking thing. I mean, it was cool the way everything is like packed in there and stuff, but I was like, this is excessive.
Yeah,
just because I had to like rearrange a whole bunch of crap to get it to actually fit in with the games and all the other collector's editions. I was like, man, you and Death Stranding are assholes because they're both the same size.
Yeah.
So yeah, I basically.
But I got a couple other collector's editions coming soon.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
Horizon, Forbidden West, and then Elden Ring. So I'll probably do unboxings for those, but I'm still sitting on a pickup video that I need to edit. So who knows?
Do it.
Pickup video
now.
And then I'll be
Come on.
I might be hosting a Cartridge Club episode real soon. Wink.
Today?
Wink. No, not today.
We're actually keeping you up until the time you're supposed to start because you got some people from the UK.
Yeah.
Or something. All right, cool. Right on. You guys been watching any cool shit lately? I've been seeing some cool shit.
That's all I do.
It's been a lot of cool shit. We got so many things we've been looking forward to, and since our last episode have came and gone. Some are old news, old hat, but still bear talking about. We got Ghostbusters Afterlife, Spider-Man, Witcher, and plus others.
Others.
Yeah, so it was very good. Very good. Very good couple of months. Then I was very disappointed at the finish line there of the year 2021. But loved Ghostbusters. Chris, I think you're the only one who saw it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Josh,
maybe a little teary-eyed at the end.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, apparently church is afraid of some ghosts. So did not see that shit. Didn't even pirate it.
Don't be scared.
Haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was better than I thought it would be.
It was pretty much, I didn't want to get, me in Ghostbusters. I'm automatically excited, but I try to limit that, and it held up. It gave me what I wanted. It gave me what I've been waiting for. I was more than happy with it, so it was good.
Did not realize that Olivia Wilde played the villain.
Yeah, actually, it's 3 different people. One person did a lot of the movements, and then one other person did the voice. So there's 3 people playing it. Motherfucker! But yeah. Really cool. I've watched it about 12 times now. Watched it in the theater, and then it came out on Prime for digital, and my family fucking betrayed me, and they bought it while I was in bed from night shift, and I'm like, I hear the Ghostbusters music, and I'm like, I was like, that doesn't sound like Ghostbusters 1 or 2. What the fuck? And
Are you watching that one from a few years ago?
Yeah, okay. And I came down. Oh no, that doesn't even have the music in it. Ew. What is that? What's that band playing their fucking theme song? Fall Out Boy or some shit? Nah, it was not. The music was great. A lot of the stuff you recognize from the Ivan Reitman films. But yeah, when I came down, I watched the rest of it, and then, as kids can do, and I love them for it, we went and hung out in the garage and watched it again right away after they finished watching it. So awesome. And then my boys are just as obsessed with Ghostbusters as I am, so it's on all the time. It's a constant rotation, so I love it. I love it the same every time. It's one of those, some movies you're like, that was awesome when you see it in theaters, and then you see it at home, you're like, actually, they could have done this a bit better, and this is kind of dumb. And I don't really have a lot of complaints about it. Very well done. What about Spidey?
Wow.
Church is arachnophobic also, as afraid of ghosts. Yeah, so we don't want to talk too much about it. We don't want to spoil nothing for our boy here who has several Spider-Man movies to catch up on, but eventually he'll get to this one, and I don't want it spoiled for him. Probably won't even recognize the characters from. So that might I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Good movie though. I liked it.
Yeah,
seen it.
It could have been a big mess.
Yeah, it could have been.
What my
Spider-Man
biggest
3.
fear was the amount of stuff they were talking about doing with it. I was like, is this going to be a fucking Spider-Man 3 all over again? Where
Spider-Man
too
3
much
times
shit.
3?
Yeah, like too many characters and you lose sight of the main ones, and so much shit going on that just becomes a clusterfuck. And no, they managed to reel it in, and I was
just right
blown away by how well put together it was and how well thought out it was.
Yeah, so the border was open for all of like 10 days where I didn't need to get a $300 test to come back to my own country. So we snuck in there and saw it then. And then we had to go to Thunder Bay for appointments and stuff and managed to catch it again. And I got to go again in about a week. And I'm hoping it's still in theaters so I can see.
Well, that director's cut's coming out.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it comes out before the 4th.
Yeah, they're supposed to release some longer cut of it or something like that.
Well, I'm going to release a longer amount too then, I guess.
Ooh. But like the one thing I can say about that movie that surprised the hell out of me was it made me give a shit about the Amazing Spider-Man stuff.
As far as the Amazing Spider-Man movies go, it's funny because everyone seems to like love them now when all they did was get dogged on hard when they came out. I always, for the most part, like there are some dumb parts. There are some really really dumb parts, but not bad movies. I thought they were good movies. I just thought that their villain designs were hot dog shit.
See, I didn't like the first. I didn't like the first one at all, so I never even watched the second one.
The lizard was just dumb as hell.
Yeah, I want to make more lizard people.
I'm not a fan of them making someone who turns into a monster, but it still kind of resembles the person. If that makes sense. Like, I don't really like that they made the Hulk look like what's his name?
Ruffalo?
Yeah. He just looks less like Hulk now. And I liked it even less with the lizard. And then they like doubled down on it on Amazing Spider-Man 2, where Electro
he looks like Ivan, or he looks like Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I mean that's like kind of how he looks from the Ultimate Comics. I'm not saying he needs a big lightning bolt mask like in the comics.
They kind of gave him that in the new movie.
Yeah, but it was more subtle.
Yeah,
they and like the other things that making how dorky he looked was actually Jamie Foxx's idea. He like insisted on the shit where he was like balding and he had a comb over and this gap in his teeth and shit. And then Harry Osborn in that one was even worse.
From what I understand, that movie was just as big setup for the Sinister Six movie they wanted to make.
They were really trying to rush it at the end of that movie there. It felt like, I wasn't really feeling that. But I liked, I don't know. There was obviously it was kind of like tropey. Oh, then I had to have the American flag moments. like the Raimi movies had too.
Yeah.
Where he's off to the action. He like lands on a rooftop and there's like an American flag
Flapping in the wind.
bigger than the building he's on. He's got to be like, Captain America never even did that in any of the movies.
He was because he was wearing it the whole time.
He wasn't like or anything like that though. He doesn't do that shit. And I'm like, man, I don't know what their fetish is with him like standing on a like flagpole. But then there's like
America.
That part in the first one that I just watched it again recently twice because I had to watch it at work after I watched it at home. But that part where he's like he gets shot in the leg, so he's like struggling to get to the tower, and then that guy who's like kid he saved on a bridge earlier in the movie is like, Spider-Man needs our help. I'm gonna call all my crane buddies and we're gonna line up the crane so he can swing. And then all of a sudden he's in front of an American flag running. And I'm like, that's the dumbest part of any of the Spider-Man movies. But besides that, yeah.
Yeah.
This movie didn't do any of that shit.
The Amazing Spider-Man stuff is so popular now they're actually talking about giving Andrew Garfield a third movie.
And giving
probably gonna
Emma
happen.
Stone a Spider-Gwen movie, apparently.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, I'd be more for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man fighting Tom Hardy's Venom if they do their own Venom in the MCU. Because when I heard stuff about like Tom Hardy's Venom entering the MCU, I was like, it's too late though. He's already skipped the villain stage. He's in the Lethal Protector stage. He has no ties to Spider-Man. He's just going to come in and be like, what are you talking shit? Like he's going to have no dynamic that makes Venom so cool with Spider-Man if he comes in there. So I'm like, if Sony's going to fuck it up, let Sony fuck it up. Keep it out of the MCU and have them do a proper Venom, proper black suit would be badass. But I don't know. We'll see what they end up doing with that. But I like the Venom movies. The second one was kind of disappointing. But is what it is. But yeah, hopefully I can go see it again and then buy it and then watch it several more times. I was another movie that lived right up. And I want to ask you guys about the next movie, Matrix Resurrections. What's you guys thoughts on that?
I think I'm the dissenting opinion here.
Well,
I greatly enjoyed it.
Really?
That was pretty good.
I've seen it 3 times.
You've seen it 3 times?
Yes.
So you also enjoyed it?
I like things about it.
Yeah, overall, again, it's like I think the main thing is absolutely did not need to happen.
No.
Yeah.
But what they did with it overall, I think was pretty. I mean, they didn't screw it up. It wasn't a mess or anything. There's some, maybe not as cool action. Action was
pretty shitty.
Really toned down. It was
the fighting
pretty
was like not even what you expect when you.
Well, that's what happens when your director doesn't want to use second unit for anything.
Yeah, but I think really, I think it's an avenue for them to do more with the Matrix at this point. That's maybe I don't want them necessarily to do more with Neo and Trinity now. Like, I think if they do it, whatever next Matrix movie, that it's kind of like its own thing, and maybe they like acknowledge. Oh,
well, the joke in the movie that they made where when Neo's talking to like his boss, and they're saying, "Well, Warner Brothers is going to make one of another Matrix game without us." So why don't we just do it? Which is exactly what was happening with
there's a lot
the Wachowskis, where the Warner Brothers is like, either you make the movie or we're going to go ahead and make our own. And from what it sounds like, a writer had actually written a script for another Matrix movie that had absolutely nothing to do with any of the characters from the original trilogy, which is what I thought would have been the way to go.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
I think
I was with the idea at the beginning.
Yeah, the two things that threw me off the entire movie, even though like I knew what was going on, was the fact that they didn't have Hugo Weaving and Lawrence Fishburne as their characters, because it's the same characters, but like there's probably like quite a while in the movie where I was like legit like confused on why they It's like, what?
Well, Lawrence Fishburne was never asked because I guess they've said everyone else is so old. Why are we gonna? But also, from what I understand, the Matrix Online is considered canon,
right? So there was some,
and he died in the game.
Yeah. So there is, because but the Hugo Weaving part, like that, like I was like, why does he look different? They never really acknowledge it.
No,
or anything.
That's the one thing in the movie that I was really like, why did they even put this in here?
Yeah, that really pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's
like
Agent Smith, but it ain't Agent Smith.
There's two Agent Smiths because the Morpheus character is also kind of Agent Smith.
Yeah.
And that didn't make any sense why he decided to combine them like that. And then the other Agent Smith randomly just pops up because he sees a gun on the floor.
Yeah.
And I was just they could have just eliminated that character completely because like even why he ends up helping Neo at the end makes no sense. He just kind of like, our truce has come to an end. I was like, when did that even start?
Yeah,
my biggest problem with the movie was there was a lot of ideas, a lot going on, and not a lot of it was explained.
Yeah, I was let down on a lot of fronts. Like I said, I was with the idea at the beginning, him having like that amnesia and the meta thing where the Matrix was actually just a game and this and that, but I couldn't get past like the action. It was really like dragged out, like in a lot of areas it didn't need to be. I'm all for like more storytelling, more like explanation and stuff. But yeah, there wasn't enough real payoff for it altogether for me, and just I don't know. It felt like like you said at the beginning, Church. It didn't need to happen, and then by the end, I was like kind of like, why'd they make it happen? I was just kind of like, I think something happened when they're in that chase at the end of the movie, like close to the end of the movie, and it's raining bodies, and that's pretty metal. And when it like falls in that car, I looked to my wife and I was like, that's the coolest part so far. and she was like,
wicked.
Yeah. She was like, yeah. That was probably like my favorite parts. And like,
yeah. I think for like a series of movies that was like all about like really well thought out action and stuff like that, the action in this movie just felt like rushed. And not thought out. And it turns out that Lana Wachowski didn't storyboard anything and was just like chasing after that motorcycle at the end of the movie on another car and just saying do shit. She didn't have any of it planned out. They were making it up as they went.
Yeah, I can kind of tell.
Yeah,
but
she didn't hire a second unit. She had no second unit. They had no choreography going on for any of the fights. It was just kind of like
that showed big time, and that's what ultimately took me out of it. Is when, and also Neo moving like he's old. Like, yeah, you're in the Matrix now, and you remember you're in the Matrix.
Yeah, he's a stunt double now.
There's a part where he's like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, what?
We know we can move fast because I've seen the John Wick movies.
Yeah, and the just like I didn't need bullet time. I didn't need spinning cameras around them every time they jumped. I didn't need that, but I was expecting good fights. Is basically what that ultimately just thing. Like took the wind out of my sails. Like, what was that?
Yeah,
well, he's warming up.
The best fight in the movie was the one between Neo and Morpheus, where they're like in that sparring thing.
Yeah.
So I mean,
for the best fighting
if anybody asked me like should I see this movie, I'd be like, did you like Reloaded and Revelations, and especially or Revolution, especially the third one? Like, did you like Third Matrix? If they say no, then I'd be like, I don't know if you should watch this one, because you gotta kind of be like in all of it for this one to like be that enjoyable.
I'd say I liked the third one, and I like it less as time goes on. Like each time I
like
watch
it more
every time
I see it.
Like when I first saw it in theaters, like I find the in Matrix stuff is awesome, but like the real world stuff starts to bug me. Not the stuff that's going on with Neo and them, but when they're like defending Zion, I was just like,
it's a little corny with
it's pretty corny.
And
like,
I got your back and
all that kind of stuff.
Hold my belt.
But altogether, I'd say I loved all three movies, and I was really
Yeah, I love the
looking forward to
trilogy.
it. As soon as I heard it was coming out, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Especially when I heard out it was coming out the same day as John Wick 4. I was like, "Keanu double feature!" And then COVID fucked that up, and then all I say was I wasn't mad because I didn't pay for it. If I paid for it, I probably would have actually been like pissed off that I spent money on it. But it's one of those movies I'm gonna revisit, and I mentioned it to my wife. I was like, I'm gonna revisit. It's one of those maybe like I like it more with the second viewing. And she goes, "Oh, just please not with me." And I was like, "All right."
Well, that was what happened with me because I saw it on the IMAX the day after it opened with a bunch of friends, and like when we walked out of the theater, we weren't really talking. We were talking about everything but the movie. And then we got out of the theater and we're all walking to our cars, and I was like, we've all been avoiding talking about the movie. And they're all like, yeah. And we started talking about it, and like everyone kind of felt the same way I did. They're like, they liked stuff, they didn't like stuff. And my thing was, I think I was just geeking out way too much. Like I was like not really paying attention enough. So that's why I went back and watched it again on HBO Max, and like things started to make a little bit more sense when I was actually just watching the movie for the first time. Because the first time I was just like, I got Matrix movie,
Yeah.
because I'm such a huge fan of the other three. So like I would say go back and watch it again. It does make more sense because like I said, I've seen it 3 times. I watched it again 2 days ago at work, and it does make more sense the more times you watch it. It just sometimes the way the information is given to you is just dumb.
Yeah, they
make you
the other
really
ones had,
work
like
for
stuff going on like undertones of things you had to just kind of
Yeah.
like get after a while. Whereas this one just felt like it was in your face, but was trying to be like that, and I was like, that kind of like insulted me a little bit too. Like, none of
it.
this.
I will say that
none of this is slick like the other ones.
the history of what happened between the other 2 movies I thought was really interesting. Like the machines went to war against each other and stuff,
cool.
and I loved all that stuff.
They should have shown that shit instead of just talking about it.
I like that Niobe built because in the video game, I guess in Matrix Online, Niobe quit or like left Zion to start her own Zion.
Yeah,
And then that actually did happen in the movie, which I thought was pretty awesome. I like
They
the whole
can-
idea of like some of the machines have sided with the humans and are like actually working alongside them. I thought that was great.
I like how the other guys are too old, but Jada doesn't look old enough. Let's make her a super old ass bitch.
And she talks like this.
It's like an old lady.
I'm very old.
I talk 3 words a minute.
That's fine.
As long as those 3 words.
But I just wish they left out agents. If they made the analyst the big bad for the movie, I would have been fine. If they left out the Agent Smith shit, it would have been better.
Yeah, that was.
Hugo Weaving.
It was like they felt like it needed to be there for fans, and it didn't actually add anything to the movie. It just actually like confused things more.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that just,
I didn't
definitely. I was more okay with like Morpheus because they kind of explained it, and I was like, yeah, I guess.
But the Agent Smith stuff, they just never bothered with. They're just kind of like, oh, he's here.
It's been that guy is Hugo Weaving or get the fuck out. I don't want anyone else playing that guy. If you're not going to have someone else playing Neo, and if you're going to recast everyone,
from what I read, they actually went after Hugo Weaving, and there was just a conflict with his schedule.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So it would have been Hugo Weaving again, which would have probably made more sense.
You know what they could have done?
Just waited.
Wait.
Yeah, waited.
He's worth the wait. Have you seen things with Hugo Weaving?
Yeah.
Can't think of a bad one. So I don't know, man.
Anyway, like I like it and I don't like it. That's my thing. I like it as equally as much as I don't like it.
It was tipping the scales for me. It was more like I was like, what? Or I was just straight up bored by that. I was just like, man. And I was just trying really hard to like it. So this time I'm just going to go on.
I might give it one of these.
Yeah,
like I said, it does get better with the repeat watch.
I got to say, I hate to make this comparison, but I basically said it was like Revenge of the Sith of Matrix movies for me, where they'll be like, oh, that was cool. Oh, this is stupid. almost was.
I could rewatch
yeah.
The Matrix. I
Yeah,
can't
but
rewatch
but
those.
Agent Smith didn't say I'm going to turn bad now because I didn't get a promotion.
Yeah, no. You didn't say that at all either. Maybe you did. I don't remember.
Maybe that
I was
would have
probably
been better. I don't
I was probably on my phone by that point.
know.
But yeah, yeah. Overall, yeah. I don't
If
know.
they
I'll
do
give it
decide to make
shot.
another one, I hope that Lana learned what to do and what not to do when she's on her own. Because I was actually in one of Mosley from a Retro
Drunken
Cult
Master.
home video. He's not Drunken Master anymore.
Wow.
Now he's Retro Cult home video.
Rebranded.
Yeah, rebranded. We were talking
like
about it, and I said, I think the reason. He goes, there's things I liked about it, and things I didn't. I think what they needed was, I think that Lily needed to be there because I think the two of them balance each other out. I think that if Lana was doing something that Lily didn't work, Lily would have been there to say, "Hey, how about we try doing this something different?"
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that when it came to the action scenes, that was all on Lily's side of things.
Yeah, kind of. It almost makes me curious of what the other person wrote and if it would have been better.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe the fact that Lily wasn't there kind of changed the dynamic.
I mean, I like when they keep directors for the most part because they understand what's going on. But sometimes another director can come in, understand the assignment, and fucking pass with flying colors.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well, it is what it is. Like I said, I'll try again. Maybe next episode I'll be like, you know what? Genius! And I was an idiot. I was a fool. So we'll see. But I gotta say, I was also like, I guess I can't have 3 in a row where it just made me. I was cranky that day. I was a little bit cranky. I was like,
Watch John Wick 4 is gonna be like the biggest piece of shit ever.
I'm like, what other movies has he done in the last year? Oh, well, I'll watch this again, I guess. Yeah. But yeah. So speaking of some other stuff, that's
I was gonna say it isn't really rolling in or making the money, but you know what made a lot of money? Activision Blizzard.
The owners that's selling it out to Microsoft. Holy shit! That was a out of nowhere at 7 a.m. announcement.
Yeah, 3 people texted me at once. So oh my god, did you see this? It's like, huh?
And then my link had to be from some fucking group that you guys had to join to see that shit. I apologize. I wish it would just say hey, these motherfuckers aren't in the group. Oh, okay. Well, so I'll find a different link to send you. But yeah.
So Microsoft is trying to get the monopoly.
What do you think? Good? Bad?
I don't agree.
They're just
I don't
trying to
agree
get
with monopoly claims because if they were the largest company, yes, but they're not even still.
Yeah.
Monopoly.
Well, that's what gets me is they're the third. They're in third place amongst the home console companies.
That's entirely.
They're the ones throwing around the most money because they're Microsoft. They got Microsoft money.
I've been seeing a lot of videos. There's some video of some woman singing some song, and everyone's like, "Yeah, you tell them," and it's that's. I mean, sure, they're acquiring, and they have to get approval from FCC. I think have to sign off on it, but still, it's not a monopoly. I mean,
they're not looking to. I don't think they're looking to make all that shit exclusive.
If one of them
buying either,
one of the other big 3 or something merged, then maybe. But yeah, that's. I mean.
I'm all for it if it gives them some fucking games to play, man. My friend was asking me oh yeah, what he just automatically was like, this guy's got a Series X.
Well,
he's like, what should I get for it? I'm like, I don't fucking know, man.
So
what is
Game
out
Pass.
for it?
Game Pass.
Other than Halo 6, what else is out for it?
Game Pass. That's why I said Game Pass.
So I think out of all of us, the Blizzard acquisition, I think I'm the biggest into any of these companies. And for Blizzard,
I once played Diablo.
I love Diablo. Come on, I played the shit out of Diablo 3.
I mean, you guys saw my Blizzard. Oh, yeah. I have my Blizzard Shrine. It gives me a lot of. I have concerns, but also a lot of potential there for Blizzard because ever since Activision got Blizzard, it's kind of been. I don't know if to say downhill, but
rock slides.
It hasn't been great. I mean, there's been some issues.
How long ago did they buy them?
So that was probably like I don't know, 2013, 2015.
Oh, it's been that long, huh?
It's been a while. And there's been a lot of people who left Blizzard for various reasons. Like pretty much all the original creators have left largely at this point, as far as I know. But there's still a lot of potential there. I mean, just Diablo 4, like,
I want that to be awesome.
Like, I don't give a shit. I almost don't give a shit about like any other game. Like, I want that one to succeed. I want to see, they've been working on Overwatch 2 for a while. I want that to succeed. I want Blizzard to succeed. They make amazing games. Like, they have such like.
Where's Blackthorn 2?
Such a man.
Yeah, they slacking. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I want that Blackthorn 2.
So hopefully this, maybe Microsoft taking over, clearing house of management, although there's mixed information about that whole situation because fucking Satan himself, not the good Satan, the bad Satan.
Not metal Satan.
Fucking Bobby Kotick, piece of shit, is coming along and remaining as CEO, but there's a lot of speculation that they can't say anything about personnel changes because it would be illegal because it goes against their deal. Mm-hmm. So it's like once it happens, then maybe Kotick goes away. Although there's just some other some article I saw came out today that said like they're saying like Kotick's gonna stay on as CEO and shit.
It'd be stupid if they left him on.
Things been going good so far.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been recorded. There's phone recordings of him threatening to have his assistant murdered and shit. Like, he is garbage. Like, he's known about all these harassment suits going on. And
what kind of bitch just threatens murder? Two murders.
Fucking
shut the fuck up.
But yeah,
wow.
I mean, it seems like Microsoft, like with these acquisitions that they've made, like there hasn't been a lot of games put out yet by these companies, but like we got Hellblade.
I just hope Candy Crush stays awesome.
Yeah. It looks like Microsoft kind of
Candy Crush Extreme.
Well, I mean, they'll let them do their thing because that's what it seems like they're kind of doing, is they're letting these companies be creative because they know.
Except Rare.
Yeah. But we'll have to see. Like if man, like
Viva
make
Pinata,
Blizzard
bitches.
great again.
I like the
MBG. What, make Blizzard great? MG. I can't even say that acronym.
MBGA.
I'm gonna get a hat that says "Make
MBGA.
Blizzard great again" because they are one of 3 of my favorite game studios. Like that, I think are like way better than anybody else. And god damn it,
I gotta say, I like the Infinity War meme that I saw, and it was Microsoft talking to Sony, but it was Rocket talking to Bucky, and he's just like, Rocket was Microsoft and Bucky was Sony. He goes, how much for that Spider-Man? He's not for sale. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get that Spider-Man, and it says buy his company.
Yeah, I read that somewhere that they're speculating that the Call of Duty games will not be exclusive.
No, they'd be
because they will make more money by letting it be on every other console. Just all that money will just be going to Microsoft instead.
They would be nuts not to put that on. Like the PC community is huge.
Yeah,
like, you know,
they're still gonna accept all cheaters.
You know, it's the tied best-selling game every year, in the US.
Yeah, and
like it's that Madden and FIFA.
Me and my coworker were joking about it the other day. Like, do you think
is that the next one they're gonna go after? Is EA?
His son was playing Call of Duty and hackers kept killing him and shit. So he's like, "Fuck sakes!" And he just goes and convinces Microsoft to buy out Activision to fucking fix the hacker problems. Because that's, I don't know, all my buddies that I know that play it are jumping ship for Battlefield because they're fucking sick of it, man. Every year it's always, I'm like, buy it.
That's why you don't play multiplayer.
Don't play it. I'm I was like, I don't know. It's not that hard to just play a different game. There's lots of shooters.
It's an 80s slogan that comes
Or a
to
game
mind.
that actually does
Just
something
say
about hacking.
Right. By the time they catch up with it, they found it the other way. You're like, oh, it's like trying to block a sieve one hole at a time.
Yeah. Plug that dike.
Yep.
Not that kind. You pervert.
I didn't see anything. I was looking at this action figure over here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's up? All right. So, we'll do some
that happened.
pickups. Wanna pickups?
Sure.
We got a lot of shit. I'll let our guest go first.
Oh, okay.
That's you.
Yeah. That
Foo.
would be me. All right, so let's see. This is all stuff I've picked up probably in the last month, I think. Somewhere around there, roughly. One game actually that I've been playing that I didn't get a chance to talk about. That I picked up was It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Not sure about the hype yet. I think we only got
Game of the year, bro.
I think I've been playing this with my fiance, and we probably have somewhere between I want to say 4, 5, maybe 6 hours in. A lot of fun, but I'm waiting for is something gonna happen that's gonna be oh fuck, oh yeah,
Holy!
oh it's gonna
This
blow
whole
my mind.
time?
So, can you play that co-op online?
You can.
Yes.
So, I too bought a copy of it right before it won everything. So, this wasn't some post. Ooh, it became Game of the Year. I must have it type of thing.
And the neat thing
I
about
was grabbing it because my daughter was actually asking if I had it.
yeah, at least so I mean, if you got the PS4 version,
Yeah, I do.
you buy it new. Friends, you can invite a friend that doesn't have the game
Hey, let's play.
for free. Can play with you, but I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's really what they do with the platforming and getting each other to work together is a lot of fun. My fiance, she's not really a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
She plays some mobile games and stuff, but not this. So she can only do so much before she kind of gets frustrated with when it starts to ramp up the difficulty for a level and stuff. But it's neat that it kind of makes I'm first player, she's second player, so we get to this part where we both part of the story, we get equipment. Well, I get this thing that shoots this goop, but then she gets a rocket launcher that makes big explosions and stuff. So it's kind of neat that they kind of know the psychology behind these co-op games. Oh, first player is always the better person probably, and they get the cool whatever. I don't know, it's cool. I dig it.
Holy shit, man. Give her a break. The better person? Man, Jesus. Just kidding.
And then with getting that, I had to get a second controller. So I got a PS5. So I got the black PS5 controller. So I got two PS5 controllers. Love that controller. It's so good. The most recent pickup, I just got this. I haven't even posted pictures of this pickup yet. So exclusive.
Ooh,
Exclusive here.
show us the scoop.
Another
Exclusive. You saw it here first, people.
Last Labyrinth from Strictly Limited.
Ooh, VR.
Yeah, VR game. And I pre-ordered this a year ago or some shit. It's been, as Jason's mentioned, with some of his things that he's pre-ordered.
Same
I
here.
think Strictly Limited's the one that's lagging behind.
Yep.
Huge
Is it the one
time.
that did the Turrican?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Or no.
also our VR highlight of the episode.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah,
Lazy.
Last Labyrinth
Lazy.
looks pretty interesting. Basically, if I remember correctly, you're a person that's I think you wheelchair bound or something, and you call out. I think you call out commands, and there's you're in this mental institution or some weird. No, it's like a trap room with all these traps and shit, and you have to have this girl go around and do these traps, and if you mess up, then she gets murdered like horribly and stuff. But it sounds like a pretty interesting game. So
Pretty low.
Saw the VR game.
Low stakes, Matt. She died.
It's like, oh well.
Shit.
So I didn't play her too.
It's Japanese developed, so you know,
Some good horror elements, I'm sure.
maybe.
I keep on seeing that pop up in my Facebook feed, like, you know, hey, you should go pick this up.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, and
I
when
looked into it before, actually. Maybe around the time maybe you were telling me about it, or maybe I just was looking into it on my own devices.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. Another game that I got recently was thanks to Mighty Q Dog. Hopefully people know who Q Dogs are. They're both very awesome people, but
Had dinner with them at Christmas time.
yeah. In a recent one of their recent pickup videos, he had mentioned that somehow shopping on Target online, he was able to come across this game. Advanced Guardian Heroes for the Game Boy Advanced, and as you see here, it's this is sealed. So on Target.com, you could look up this game, and they have this on stock, brand new for I think it was $35, maybe 40.
Because of that, I actually went on their website and looked up other GBA games, and they actually have a bunch.
Yeah, this is like it's super weird. So yeah, I ordered a copy of this. Like I had intended. We both, me and Chris and Jay, well, we all three of us found out about this game pretty much at the same time at MGC, and we're like, oh, we're gonna get that. And then Chris found it first.
Well, I found it and I was gonna buy it. I bought it for you. Because you were talking about, like, I need that, like, right now. And I found that copy, and I bought it for you. And I was like, oh, hey, I texted you. I'm like, hey, I found it. I picked up a copy. And you're like, how much did it cost? And I told you, and you're like, no, I'm okay.
Cheaping out.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, I guess it's mine now.
Yeah, so I got a copy of that. And this is was on the Saturn, a Saturn game.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool, like, beat 'em up. So stoked to have that. I don't know. It's kind of cool to buy.
That's the one where it's got the lanes, right?
Yeah, you got the three
Like, so it's
distances
like the power
that you can play
it's
in.
like Power Rangers, or what's that game called? I just got it for PS4. I don't remember.
Has Been Heroes?
No. Oh no, I'm looking at.
Yeah, there's like three distances that you can fight within. There's like three like lanes.
Yeah, 3 planes. Yeah, like
planes of yeah.
But yeah, it's a sweet game. I don't know if I'm gonna open it because it's kind of cool.
You should. It's fun.
It's cool to be able to buy like a brand new game from retail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
This old. So who knows? I might just like emulate it or something.
I was gonna say do like I do, where I used to open every game as soon as I got it. Now, unless there's like a code I need to redeem, I just keep it sealed until I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And I don't really care about any of my sealed games, but like I'm like, in case something sprays at them, it's an extra barrier of protection.
Yeah. And then I got some like, I don't get a lot of like figures, so actually this kind of works out for
why not
for your podcast and your
perfect
the action figures and stuff. But I've wanted these for a while. I got a bug up my ass. For some reason, I wanted to treat myself. I mean, I treat myself all the time, but I'm like,
treat yourself.
Watching too many Enabler Bros episodes.
Or not enough.
And coincidentally, this kind of fits in, even though I got these, I ordered these a little bit, probably about a month ago, I think, at this point. But there's a game, Heroes of the Storm, which is a Blizzard game. So I got Nova, which is a Ghost, not Kerrigan, it's Nova, and then I also got Tyrael.
Sweet.
They're cool figures, and they're like really cheap. Not all of them are. They got a Jim Raynor from StarCraft.
Fucking Microsoft fanboys. That's good.
Yeah, right. There's cool figures to go along with my Blizzard shrine. Like I said, I like to get the Jim Raynor, but he's about 3 to 4 times the cost of what these were.
Yikes. That's the fun of collecting action figures.
Yeah, right. And I think these have been out for years. So Yeah, and then last thing I got here, pre-ordered a while ago, and that is the Mass Effect Light Up Omniblade. So a lot of people got this for like really cheap from GameStop, like when they clearanced them out, but it didn't light up. This one lights up, built-in LEDs.
I got the old school one where I got to go like this.
Hey, what's that then?
Where I got to hold it up to the light. That's it.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
No, well,
Play the game, you'll learn.
fuck around and find out.
Or you can go on social media and you can look up Halloween pictures when I cosplayed as
Femshep.
Shepherd.
Fuck you. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. What's it to you?
Yeah.
My custom character, my custom shepherd, and I had the Omniblade, but it wasn't light up. But now I got a light up one.
Oh.
I haven't lit it up yet because it needs batteries and.
Yeah, fuck those batteries, man.
It spent all the funds
I haven't even
on the
posted
blade
this on-
itself.
I haven't even posted this pickup yet, so
Exclusive.
yeah.
Part
And then I
2.
also got the Cyberpunk 2077 Collector's Edition finally, but it's too big, so I was like, yeah, I'll just leave it over there.
Don't
It's-
strain your back. You're on vacation.
Imagine it's like this big.
So big.
And it's mostly air from what it sounds
Just
like.
Look at my my massive
And then
pickup
over
video
here-
from about a month ago. Let's
On
see.
this display shelf is all my other Cyberpunk figures, so probably go there.
Okay.
John is Silverhand. Ooh.
I've got a CD Project Red shelf that's got all my Witcher and Cyberpunk.
I'm gonna have
crap
to
on.
move my Witcher stuff. I need
I like
to get,
Cyberpunk so much. I'm
I
gonna
think I
start
need to
playing
get
the
another
tabletop
display.
RPG.
I need to get another display cabinet.
Do it.
I think I'm gonna.
I hear they're getting extra hard to come across at IKEA though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think I might see about selling my CRT because I never use it, and it's a nice CRT that people would like. 26 or 36-inch Trinitron. It's
Well, thank
still
you.
a tube. It's like 250 pounds. You can have it if you'd like it.
Jesus, you probably. It's like
Put it
dropping a
up.
piano. Somebody said out a window.
Me
Just
and my
put it-
friend, my
Build-
friend carried it from his truck into my place, and it's
Put it up.
doable. It's heavy as shit, but
See that patio door in the background?
yep, that's
Bring
where
it
came
out
up.
there and tarp it up, and then just game outside in the summer on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
It's got mice in it. Damn it!
I live in Minnesota with our
Like,
weather.
trust me, you don't have to worry about anyone coming and stealing that shit. They're gonna be like, go over there and get a hernia immediately.
Yeah. No, but I think somebody maybe in the local retro community would be able to make use of it. It's a nice CRT, like I said. It's a
Or if there's someone in the local
It's a
retro
Trinitron.
community you don't like, you could chain it to them and throw it off a bridge and watch it
Yeah.
yank them off.
Completely destroy a semi.
Yeah.
but right now
I was thinking into the lake, but I was thinking
Yeah.
Friday the 13th style. Bottom
Tie a
of the
chain
lake.
around its neck.
Sweet. All
yeah,
right.
I think that, and then like I said, I got Deathloop. That's digital.
You can
don't-
see what you didn't get though was a tan on your crazy tropical cruise. So I want you to shout out your sunscreen company because they are
It did a good job.
I
kings
use
of their
I
industry.
use aerosol sunscreen, and it's like, okay, so I'm at the equator. UV. I mean, like it was actually kind of temperate for temperature. It was like 73 was like the average
Yeah,
because
they're
it's
probably wearing,
their
like,
winter
jackets.
season.
Yeah.
And like if you go out in the sun, it's like 10, like 15 degrees. Like it's like holy cow! It's like you could feel that. So
Yeah.
I probably went a little overboard just because I didn't know like how long we would spend outside. So yeah, I used the aerosol stuff, and I was just like, especially in my head, because
Got that dome,
Yeah.
bruh.
You look like douchebags with axe. Just
I did it on my balcony.
sweet.
We had a balcony view. Ocean
Fuck
view.
them CFCs, man.
Perfect.
Give me all them CFCs. In my pores. No, and this camera sucks, so it makes me look way paler than I am.
Okay. We're all nerds here. We're all
Whatever.
pal.
Yeah, I know.
I was just noticeable to me. I had to mention
Very
before
blue.
the podcast. It's like, how'd you go on a cruise and I'm in Canada and I'm still more tan than you, man?
No, actually, I'm not. I got color to me. It's just the camera sucks. I didn't really get much from like I said, I went hardcore with that the whole time. I applied.
Nothing worse than a fucking sunburn, man.
Yeah, better than coming back with mad
I've
skin
yet
cancer.
I've yet to like since I shaved my head, so it's been a few years now. Like I've yet to like burn my head really bad, which is a good thing. Because I mean, I play disc golf a lot during the summer. Like I play it like once a week, sometimes twice a week. It'd be like 2-3 hours out in the sun sometimes.
I've
But
only burnt my
Minnesota
scalp
sun's a little
once.
different than Bahamas sun, Caribbean sun.
Yeah. I only ever burnt my scalp once, and it was at Ozfest.
Same here.
God damn! Looked like someone hit me in the top of the head.
We
with an
forgot
axe.
to bring sunscreen with, and we just stood out in the sun all day long, burnt like frizzle frying.
Yeah, right where my part is. It was just looked like someone
My
just
whole-
like tried to cut my head in half with a chainsaw. I was like, more skull than you expected. Got away.
Mine was my whole head. My whole head turned like beet red.
Yeah,
And I went to bed that night. And when I woke up, my pillow was wet because I was just leaking fluid. That's how bad it was.
That's pretty cool.
And then my stupid ass friend that I went with, same thing happened to him. Burnt all over. He was wearing a sleeveless shirt. His arms were all sunburned. And then he went and got a tattoo the next day.
Pretty metal.
I was just looking at him like, what? Are you retarded? What's wrong with you?
They didn't even need to use ink. They just used a fingernail and it's scarred.
They just used the eraser on a pencil and just like marked it on him.
Yeah, and like it wasn't my first one either. Like I think it was like my second last Ozfest. I went to like 5 or 6 of them, and I've been to other outdoor.
Yeah,
not even a burn at all. But that one was just intense.
No, I think the reason why I didn't feel it happening was because I was getting nothing but like contact highs from everyone around me smoking pot. Even these little 10-year-old kids were smoking pot. And it's just I just did not feel it. We did not feel it happening because we were just like high because of it.
You were baked more than once.
That's some good. That's a good weed to pair.
I got baked while I was baked. Yeah.
It doesn't make you not feel pain.
But when I got home, that's when I felt it because I walked in the house and my mom goes, "You look like a fucking tomato."
Sweet. All right, Chris, what you got for pickups?
I'm not going to show off much. This is stuff from the previous month because
I guess
this month's pickup video on my channel is going to be a little crazy.
Sweet.
Because shit has happened. So these are things I picked up in December. I got a repro from Shantendo64 off of his Instagram account.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's still selling.
Yeah, he still sells them. He'll make them if you ask too. But I got a repro of Bioforce Ape on the NES. Sweet. Which is supposedly a really
awesome
platformer, like action platformer. Supposedly the animation is fantastic and stuff. But it's by Seta, which I do not think is a very good company when it comes to video games. I have Adventures of Tom Sawyer. It's not good. So
it's not a great game. I will say that much, but I kind of have a soft spot for that Tom Sawyer.
Sawyer. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, like, it's nothing like
It's stupid hard.
This is supposedly an kind of game, but when I saw who developed it when it showed up, I was just like,
oh man.
But I'll get around to playing it eventually.
Okay.
When I went and saw Spider-Man, I got to the area too early to meet up with everybody. So I hit up the local Half Price Books, and randomly they have a boxed Game Gear game of Lemmings. And this is like $20. So I was like, fuck yeah, not only is it a boxed Game Gear game, but it also is by Psygnosis.
Psygnosis Quest.
So I got that little Psygnosis right there, brah.
Sweet.
So this is probably like the 30th version of the OG Lemmings I have in my collection now. So
how close are you to getting them all?
I still need the one for the NES. I still need the one for the Super Nintendo. I need the one for the Genesis. But I have it for the fucking 3DO.
Happens sometimes.
When I was in Minnesota visiting church here, we hooked up with Tom Reinert and watched a couple of bad movies together. And it turns out he was selling a bunch of his Saturn stuff. So I bought a copy of Revolution X off of him for the Saturn. So I've been trying to get a copy of this game for my collection for a while. I just didn't know if I wanted it for the PS1 or for the Saturn.
The arcade.
But yeah, the arcade game. I did not want it for the Super Nintendo or the Genesis. I wanted to actually have the music in it and not chiptunes version of it.
I mean, the music doesn't make it that much better.
No,
It's just
but I like a
pretty
good on-rail
terrible game.
shooter.
Yeah.
I like a good on-rail shooter. I used to play this all the time in the arcade.
I used, my
All
friend
the
had it
time.
on Genesis when we were
Yeah.
kids, and I mean,
with the
it's
Menacer.
fun, but it's terrible. No, not
Yeah.
unfortunately not with the Menacer.
But,
It might have been cooler.
This is a nostalgia bomb for me because, like, if I
Yeah.
couldn't get on a Mortal Kombat 2 machine, I would play this or WWF arcade game,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Beat the bad
So
guys,
this
power
is just
rock.
one of those things where it's like all that digitized footage stuff in video games started popping up all over the place. So the fact that it was Aerosmith, random Aerosmith, why would anyone want to make a video game about Aerosmith? But they did. But I like a
Steven
good on-rail
Tyler
shooter
wanted to.
too, so I had to have it. And since the price was right, I figured I'd get it for the Saturn. And then a bunch of games I can't play.
PS5.
So like there was the post Black
Cut them
Friday
in.
sales and the pre-Christmas sales and all this kind of stuff. So I picked up a copy of Church's Deathloop
Sweet.
for the PS5.
Oh, yeah.
I picked up Balan Wonder World for like
Oh,
$10.
no.
Don't know. It could be good. I picked
people
up
are singing
the Guardians
praises
of the
about-
Galaxy
Oh,
Yeah! Now you got it,
and
PS5.
Tales of Arise.
Oh yeah.
So I am looking for a PS5 right now. I missed out on one by about 2 minutes yesterday, which really pissed me off.
No, it's you just follow one of those like alerts.
I
and you
did.
know.
That's where I found. That's where that came from. They had a GameStop had for the premium or the Prime members or whatever their higher tier
Plus
Mm.
members. or whatever.
members are. It was for like $700. You got the disc console, you got 2 controllers, a $50 gift card for GameStop, and a year of PS Plus. And I was like, shit. And I
Yeah,
go to,
it's not
and
bad.
because I was using my fucking slow ass phone, I just couldn't get it fast enough. So I missed
Yes.
it. It makes me mad.
Yeah.
And then a guy at work, that I
Unbelievable.
work with, who has no interest in gaming, won a PS5 in a raffle and gave it to his nephew for free. When I'm sitting here going, I will pay you what it's worth and $50 extra.
Should have caught him in the parking lot, man.
Nah, and he's just like, no, my nephew wants it. I was like, fuck you, man.
Oh yeah. Good on you, man. What's his name? Where's he live? Oh yeah, cool, man. Very nice. of you.
He told me, he's like, well, it's my nephew. If his grades drop, I'm gonna take it away from him. I'm like, I don't want to use one.
you just go super methodical and get a job as a teacher and then just fail them.
Flip him. When it comes to movies, I've been going kind of crazy lately.
What? You with movies?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's been more movies than
Believe it.
games lately until the last week. But like stuff I picked up last month was I picked up a copy of Body Parts on Blu-ray. If you've ever seen have either of you seen this?
I think
Maybe.
so. Yes.
Jeff Fahey from The Lawnmower Man gets into a car accident and loses his arm, and he gets a new one transplanted onto his body, and it has a mind of its own. And it
Yeah.
goes in a very fucked up direction at the end. It is kind of awesome.
It's been a long time
I
since
love
I've
it.
seen it, but it was like it came out before Idle Hands, and I remember thinking Idle
Yeah.
Hands was a ripoff of it.
Yeah, it's the guy who wrote this wrote Near Dark and a couple of other really good horror movies, and I think he's a fantastic writer. This is, I think, the first movie he directed, though. He wrote The Hitcher, the original Hitcher.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's fantastic. It's like it's set up like an old 70s, 60s style horror movie. Even the music sounds kind of like one of those old horror movies.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out again.
But I love it. I think it's really fun. And there's one that I know Church loves, Brotherhood of the Wolf. Scream Factory
Yeah.
just recently released a
So many
special
people that
edition of
don't
it.
know about that movie.
Yeah, it's a
No.
French martial arts horror
Werewolf.
period movie.
Werewolves.
Yeah, with the werewolf sort of.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool.
It is. I
It's
saw
so-
this in the theater. We had to go to this real out of the way theater to see it because it was the only one playing it within like 50 miles of where I lived, and it was sold out, which surprised the hell out of me. But it's really fantastic. I have not seen it since the theater, and I really have been like in the mood to watch it again. And luckily, when the moment I realized I hadn't seen it in forever I found out that it was available on Scream Factory, and they had just recently released it. So it's pretty awesome. It's got Mark Dacascos in it, doing a lot of martial arty stuff, and it's also got Monica Bellucci showing off them tasty hoots. So lots to like. It's pretty fantastic. And I remember the action scenes being fantastic. The guy who directed this directed the first Silent Hill.
Oh, okay.
And this is what got him the job directing Silent Hill. So it's pretty awesome. But the thing I've been going crazy on lately is the 4K stuff. So I've been kind of either replacing movies that I think would benefit from 4K, and if it's a brand new movie, I just buy that instead. But I did pick up the Who Framed Roger Rabbit on 4K, and it looks so much better. Holy shit!
Really?
Oh my god! I don't know what they did. There's another movie that I bought that I'll talk about in my stream on my channel. That is a movie from the 60s. And the person who I watched him review it, he said that it was like watching the movie all over again. The movie was finally released in the proper aspect ratio, and they recolor timed it, and it's like watching a brand new movie.
Cool.
And the same thing kind of happened here. The cartoons look more 3D in 4K. Like they look like they're actually interacting with the people. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It just looks better. When it comes to like newer stuff, I picked up Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. One of my top 5 Marvel movies right now.
And I've not heard anything bad about that movie from anyone until like one rando. I don't remember where I saw it, but they were just like, piece of fucking
weird.
My brother was like, I was bored.
I've had a totally different experience. Like almost most when I see people talking about that, they're like, fine.
This is one of my favorites because they finally decided to take the time and develop the villain as much as they developed the hero. And that kind of goes a long way with me because most of the time Marvel movies are just kind of like, here's the villain. Why are you bad? Because I am Thor the Dark World.
Why not? What else am I going to do?
But here they really take their time, and it's really well done. It's really well, the martial arts stuff is fantastic. This is like the opposite of what was in the Matrix Resurrections. The fight scenes are fantastic. It's just a lot of fun. Like I said, this is in my top 5 Marvel movies right now. I also picked up No Time to Die, the last Bond movie, at least for a while. Daniel Craig's last one. Pretty good. It's just really long and really dense. Like
so there is time.
I liked it.
It's really good. It is. It's just my problem is just that they had so many loose threads they had to tie up before the movie ended that's why the movie ended up being almost 3 hours long.
Plenty of time for others to die.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But I liked it. It was pretty good. I just don't like the actress they cast as his love interest. I cannot stand her.
You preferred the other one. That was
I liked Vesper, obviously, but she kind of did. And then the last thing is I bought this while I was actually sleeping on that air mattress in your back room, Church. When Tom came over when we were watching all the movies, Tom and Justin were talking about Vinegar Syndrome having like a weird Black Friday sale. And when I was...
You're just like, I'm going to go to bed.
Well, no, when I was laying in bed, I couldn't go to sleep. So I was like, oh, I'll just check out their website on my phone. So I checked, and yeah, they were having a pretty decent sale. And I picked up this 4K double box set of the Scanner Cop films. Of all the movies to turn into like to 4K to upgrade to 4K, the Scanner Cop movies, they were direct to video. So you got Scanner Cop and Scanner Cop 2, the Takedown or the Showdown.
Sweet.
These are basically like they're spin-offs from the Scanners films.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one, and the first one's actually pretty fantastic. I like it a lot. It's really fun.
The second one's cover looks so much better.
I know, but the second one just sounds like it goes for the gross out and doesn't really have much story to it.
I like gross.
That's the original poster for it. But like 4K of these.
4K.
There isn't even a 4K version of the original movie out there.
4K, the 4K. Yeah.
I don't get it, but I haven't watched them yet. I need to see how good they look. If whatever, I don't know. Just I bought this because I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, there's that. And yeah, that guy's face is definitely split open.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So there's that.
Sweet. Where's all your action figures?
What are those?
Come on, last time you had action figure stuff, you had toys.
What's that then?
What? Tron?
Don't be giving me that side eye shit.
No Tron figures? Oh, I thought you
No, I haven't bought anything Tron because I haven't gone back to Freak Toys where all the Tron figures are.
Ass. Sweet.
But now that I have a new car, I can probably head up there anytime I want. And not have to
That's
worry
a
about my
pickup.
car exploding.
That's a pickup. Where's the pick?
Yeah.
My new car.
Yeah.
So now if I want to go visit church, I can drive there.
Faster. Sweet. Well, I guess. All right, buckle in, grab a blanket. I'll start mine. All right. So when I was able to go get my mail, I was not able to get a hold of my friend who I'd bought some stuff off of across the
I should have brought my blanket in here. Just be like, here we go.
Snuggle up, get your snuggies, fellas. So I finally was able to get a hold of him when I went across to see Spider-Man for the first time. So I was able to pick up this stuff that I've owned for a year plus. We got Drill Dozer on the Game Boy Advance.
Yay!
It's a pricey bitch.
On those Pokemon peeps.
Some rando-ass DS games. These must have been cheap. I don't think I would have paid a lot for them. Bubble Revolution. Bammerman. And frickin' Bammerman Land Tatch. And then Metal Gear Solid 3D.
Hell
Thank you.
yeah.
Feel it. That was just for you, man. That was just for you. Shout out.
Touch it, feel it. Liebe mein Abschmicki.
I got Wario Land 3 on Game Boy Color.
Hell yeah.
And the last of the Game Boy Pokemon games I think I needed. I think there might be one or two advanced ones I'm missing. But I got Pokemon Yellow. So all the original and color Game Boy games, I think I have that now. Not that it was something I was particularly going for. And then shut it all down. I got Uno.
License game.
And it kind of sucks.
How does Uno suck?
Play it on an original Game Boy. It's a game
Oh, okay,
about,
yeah.
It's a game about
it's a game that's
colors.
about the colored cards and you're
Yeah,
playing it in black and
you're
white.
like-
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's one that you have to throw in the Super Game Boy if you want to have any fun with it.
Oh, jeez.
I
Who
managed
thought-
to get-
there- What's the thought process behind that?
That's why I had
We'll
to
give
grab
them
it.
stripes.
That's why I had to grab it, man. I was like, well, how's that going to work? And guess what? It doesn't.
Yeah,
Fun.
that's dumb.
And then last time, or maybe the time before when I was in Thunder Bay, I picked up Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yay.
Comes with a nice steelbook. Hashtag steelbook sluts. So you know I'll be loving that shit. Last time I was there, I was so torn because I love The Witcher 3 and I have it on Xbox One and PS4 already, but they had the collector's edition steelbook. And I was like, man, what if I bought
For the
this
Switch?
for the PS4? And I was like, I almost bought it again just to have the steelbook because I'm that much of a slut. If it's there next time I go, I'm buying it. And I was like, wouldn't it be great if I just thought I was just getting the steelbook for $20 and then they're like, oh shit, and then they just grabbed the rest of the collector's edition and I just got the collector's edition for $20. I was like, man, I almost want to ask because one time I bought a game where I was just like, oh, it doesn't come with all the other stuff, and I was like, whatever, and I brought the case up to the desk and they're like, oh, and then they pulled out this giant fucking collector's edition box. I was like, all right, I just wanted to play the game. And 360, I got an Insomniac game. Fuse. No next to nothing about it. It's a shooter on the Xbox. I'm sure it's awesome. It's split screen co-op. If I can find someone to play that with me. Cool. Speaking of 360, god damn it, I finally got it. I've whined about it. I finally got it. I finally got my Gears of War 3 Xbox 360. It was all boxed up and purdy. Came with both controllers.
Nice.
I'm a happy guy. Now I got to get the Xbox One Series or One S, whatever. Gears of War 1. One of these days. But besides that, my last gaming related thing before you guys check out is I got one of the 20th anniversary Xbox controllers. You can see the little, you can barely see, but I love my see-through controllers and shit. Harkens back to a better time.
I need, like,
I love
why
these
is that
grips.
not a thing for everything? Like, why does the PS5 not have a see-through controller yet? Why is it they do not have a see-through
Because
cover?
you want it, that's why.
You know, it took forever to get a translucent controller for.
Yeah, wasn't it the 50
PS4.
million? 50
Yeah.
million was the first one.
Oh, that weird blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 of those. And I forgot I had the second one. And when I lent my brother my launch PS4, I lent him in that with it, and I think he said it got wrecked. He's horrible on controllers. But yeah. Speaking of my brother, he got me this for Christmas. So I was informed by Chris it's no longer Slave 1.
Apparently, I've heard this. I didn't hear what the replacement name is.
Apparently it's Boba Fett's Starship.
That's stupid.
Way better name.
On the Boba Fett show, they call it by the company name. They're like, it's the so-and-so Starship.
Slave 1.
He's a bounty hunter. Like, slavers were things in Star Wars. Like, it's
But
okay.
Star Wars is PC now.
It's okay for a place in a galaxy far, far away to be different and not like
Indentured
embroiled
Servitude
in,
1 is actually what it's called now.
in U.S. politics.
Indentured Servitude 1.
It's like,
So, I also bought some action figures, guys. So,
Damn it. Here we go.
I'm just going to go handfuls at once. Where's the other motherfucker?
Wake me up when he's done.
So I got Galactus last episode, the Toy Biz Galactus that I wanted for years, and you can't have Galactus without the Fantastic Four. I didn't have the Fantastic Four. I'm not big on the Fantastic Four. When they actually announced these guys, I ordered Thing because I was like, he looks cool fighting Hulk. I like Thing the most out of all of them. So I ordered him. Look, he just left. He's gone home. He's checked out for that episode now. He's like, bye-bye. So I got those guys. They actually come in like a cool retro packaging like the 90s figures did. And 2 villains were in the wave. And I figured, you know what? There's no Build-A-Figure or anything. But I was like, these are some cool looking villains that they came with. So we got Psycho Man. Very, very comic. I love comic looking villains. And the High Evolutionary. Pretty metal. Like him, kind of looks like Yondu here from the side profile. Red Yondu. But yeah, they were kind of cool. I just love the little tablet this guy comes with. 3 buttons: fear, doubt, and hate. He can make you feel those feelings. I'm like, I can do that without a tablet. So whatever. What a bitch. And out of left field, I bought a wrestling figure for the first time in 20 years or more. But when you see it, it's going to make sense. Who doesn't love Roddy Piper? Especially his acting career.
Hell yeah.
We got John Nada. Fortunately, he doesn't come with a shotgun. That's my only complaint about this.
Or
figure.
some bubble gum.
I love his articulation. He's got like a real shirt here. His shades come down so you can do the classic what the fuck. So I'm just gonna have to find a shotgun to give him for on the I was kind of thinking of getting the NECA one, but I think this one might actually be kind of cooler. So I was happy to find that just showed up at Walmart. I saw a bunch of people in like the toy groups I'm in being like, damn, I can't find them nowhere. And I was like, I should have bought a couple and did some trades. But let's move on to Marvel. So as you know, I've been kind of chipping away trying to get all Spider-Man's main rogues. And I thought for sure that this would be waiting over in the mail for me. Then I had to like recheck. I was like, damn it, I think they missed one of my packages. Because I swore I'd bought this guy. But I got him for cheap anyway.
That doesn't look like Michael Keaton.
The Vulture. I hope he doesn't look like this. 2022, who knows? And then I got Tombstone. I like that shirt. That's this guy rocking my style there. Pop collar. Deep
so
V.
D-bagged out.
Yeah. And then for Christmas, I actually got this guy. It's the retro collection
The Fister.
Sandman. Yeah, Fisto. No, that's He-Man. I also have him.
Fisto.
I also have him.
Knocker.
Yeah. Even better. Moving on, the other one I got Random. I got Nova. He's a Walgreens exclusive in the States, but in Canada, I was able to get him at GameStop. It's GameStop now. It's not just.
That's Marvel's Green Lantern.
And then I got the whole What If wave here. So we got T'Challa, Star-Lord. My favorite one I've had to buy 3 times because it's also my son's favorites. We got
Zombie
Captain America. I love him. Kids love him. Dogs already chewed the head on one of them. Got 3 of them. So at least it wasn't mine. Then we got Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. Comes with Doctor Strange's cape. Closest to a Tom Holland Spider-Man that I've got, besides the Homecoming one.
They need to release. What's his name? His buddy Ned. They need to release a Ned figure with the cape.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't even have a Ned figure out yet. I don't think. I think there's finally going to be a 2-pack soon. And speaking of which, they don't have a Wong figure out, and finally,
Which is dumb.
Finally, there's a Wong figure coming out for Multiverse.
He's been in how many of these damn movies, and they haven't released a figure yet?
Yeah. Speaking of Doctor Strange, we got the What If Doctor Strange,
The evil one,
Superior Strange, or whatever it's called. Yeah. I love that episode. That was one of my favorites. Then we got Nebula and
Pinup Girl Nebula,
Captain Carter. I like this one, but they also have one from that one episode that's like basically Captain America Winter Soldier style. I haven't been able to find that. It's Target exclusive. Woo, love that. Since Target failed hard in Canada, so I can't get a hold of that. Then we got the Build-A-Figure. All of them come with a piece to build the Watcher. I actually really like this figure. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
All the kids go, baby man, because I was like, man, next year we're not doing Elf on the Shelf. I was like, I'm gonna have the Watcher just be in random places around the house. And then
say he's got cameras for eyes.
And then a random, it's actually a deluxe figure. He's not part of the main line, but I had to have him if I had the rest, and that's the Hydra Stomper.
That's awesome.
Massive.
Does it open up?
The fire effect? No, he doesn't, but he's got the sweet jetpack. Yeah, he's gonna look awesome next to the Iron Mans and crap. But yeah, he was like in the States, he would have been a $60 figure, but he was I think 30% off at Toys R Us. So I hinted at him and I got him for Christmas. So that was pretty sweet. Moving on, 2 other ones I got for Christmas. We got King Shazam. It's kind of like the evil Shazam from the Death Metal storyline. And Armored Batman.
That's a serious scowl he's got there.
Todd loves his Batman. He's got the DC license.
Corners of his mouth are touching his earlobes.
You could have a skull off with AVGM.
No. He's only got a little bit of there.
That's pretty intense.
He ain't happy. He don't smile a lot. And then I got from the Deceased, which is basically like the DC version of Marvel Zombies. We got Deceased Batman.
Sweet.
So like zombie Batman.
You need to have him like more like hardcore grotesque, like exposed ribs and guts.
Yeah, like this guy. Like you can see through his fucking legs and shit, and you can see his rib cage.
I got amped.
The holes in his back. Yeah. I gotta say, I think I like my Diamond Select when they did Marvel Zombies. They kind of started a line, they didn't really complete it, which bummed me out. But I got Zombie, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Captain America from that. And I think I like that. The articulation in this one is better, but the other ones, I love it because they come with bases that snap together of the Silver Surfer ripped into pieces. So he's just like, he kind of looks like T-1000 when he's like melting away. When his face, with that look on his face, like the fear look on his face, he's like kind of like that, and he's just ripped in pieces on the base. It looks cool.
I'm not knocking the Batman, by the way; it's still cool.
Yeah, he's cool, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't go. They got all the other guys too. There's Superman, there's Aquaman, and the Green Lantern and shit, but I didn't see those ones. I had to get Joker though. Always getting the Jokers, as long as they don't look like garbage. And that's it for
Jared Leto.
superheroes. But oh wait, no, I lied. This is a villain, so it's not a hero, so I didn't lie. I got this rando ass Carnage figure. It's from some Japanese company, so I don't even know what they're called. But it's
so
like
cool.
It's like the craziest Carnage figure.
It's awesome.
All these little tendrils are like little snap-in pieces, and so you can kind of customize them as much as you want. And I'm like, this is insane. This is actually like the coolest Carnage figure I've seen. And he was about the price of a Marvel Legend, so I was like, I'll take a gamble on it. And yeah, he's replaced my Marvel Legends Carnage on my Spider-Man diorama there. So happy to see that guy. I gotta go a bit Vin Diesel here. Land Shark. But yeah, I got the Land Shark from Masters of the Universe Origins, and I also got
Faker.
Probably my favorite character that I've gotten so far, besides the original ones I have. I really like him. I like the.
We're gonna start buying the She-Ra figures. You got to have a heart action figure.
I got Hordak and I've got She-Ra herself. That's all I got so far. But I gotta have the guy with the heart on his chest. Super cool. Super cool. And then I was actually the last Thunder Bay, since it was after Christmas. I was actually trying to behave. I walked by the Marvel section, walked by the DC section, didn't buy nothing. But then my wife, being the coolest, holds up something and goes, "Got this yet?" And I was like, put it in the goddamn cart. And then I, of course, went and looked at the section and snatched up all the rest. Of course, I am talking about the Afterlife Ghostbusters. So we got Trevor, Phoebe Spangler, by the way. We got Podcast, and he comes with a remote control for the RC Ghost Trap. These guys actually came with a shit ton of accessories. As you can see, he's covered in mini puffs and shit. And he also came with another one that's shaking his fist menacingly. You can see that. Yeah, it just looks like
he's flicking me off.
Yeah. So, then we got Lucky. Podcast didn't even come with a proton pack, but he did come with his little the little skull whistle thing that's supposed to scare off ghosts. It's on his belt here. Then of course I had to complete my old Ghostbuster. So you might remember a while back I found Venkman at GameStop, the older Venkman. So we got older Winston, older Ray. Church,
I like how they gave him a huge forehead.
Church, look away. He's got a receding hairline. He's older. Church, look away. It's a spoiler. You can't see it. Take your mute. Okay. And we got
spoilers intensify.
George Lucas.
We got we got spiritual Egon here.
THX 1123456789110.
We we also a Ray came with Tobin's Spirit Guide.
That's cool.
You gotta have the Spirit Guide. So yeah, excellent. And then they come with the most I gotta say, kind of the most horseshit Build-A-Figure in my Build-A-Figure collection. They got the Terror Dog, the bipedal one, that you might not remember from the movie. Chris, do you remember this guy from the movie?
No, I do not.
When they open the trap, that's why his legs are all ghosty. That thing that comes out of the trap, it's this guy. I was like, couldn't it have been a Muncher? Couldn't it have been anything else?
Anything else? A Stay Puffed.
Yeah, we also got a jar of spores, molds, and fungus. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
Jars stuff has a different connotation on the internet these days.
Yeah, love it. So much cool stuff. And that's it. That's it for me. I probably got more, but I just stopped looking when I saw how much I had on the
Are you
depth chart.
sure?
Yeah, I stopped looking. I did you guys a favor. There's probably don't make me look left or right. I'm gonna find shit. I'm like, oh wait, can't for no. Don't worry about it. That's already plenty.
So do you want to do the movie pick, Josh?
Yeah, what do you got for movies? What's your movie pick?
Well, I would hope. I'd imagine a lot of people have seen this because it kind of got some buzz a little bit there, but don't look up. Netflix exclusive, and it is absolutely fantastic. Dark comedy about end of the world sort of stuff. Asteroid coming, as Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, among others.
Yeah.
I mean, it has quite the cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Okay.
Too late. Yeah. So, quit the cast.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. It's funny. It's
It's a metaphor.
poignant. It's satire. It's a whole lot of things, but it's just
Pissing
Best
off
movie
the
I ever
media.
saw with Ariana Grande in it.
but just how they it's just done so well. Like, I mean, the movie gives me like seriously. It sounds like a bad thing for those who might experience this, but it's just because of the immersion and because it's done so well. But like, the movie gave me anxiety. Like,
Yeah.
as they're like, they're
Yes.
not listening.
The first half of the movie, I was watching it at work. The first half of the movie, it was making me so mad. Like, I was getting so pissed off at shit that was happening in
It's
it.
because they're doing it so well, though.
Yeah, but
it's
they did that on
hilarious.
purpose. They did it like that on purpose.
Jonah Hill, like,
Yeah,
people
his
have-
character, I wanted to punch in the dick.
But I thought it was hilarious.
He must have been method acting because I'm pretty sure Jennifer Lawrence wanted to punch him in the dick too.
Well, no, there's some article that was going around because a lot of I don't want to say too much, but he's kind of like talking trash to her, and it's all ad libbed, and
Yeah.
they did like
He
take
must
after
have got it
take,
good.
and he was just he was just making her laugh like way too much. So there's this article going around saying Jennifer Lawrence couldn't even stay on set with Jonah Hill, like trying to make it,
Yeah, trying to make it a thing.
yeah,
That's
when
good
it was.
job.
But it's really good. It's a lot of people are trying to like really politicize it in our current environment, which it is, but at the same time it's not. It can be its own thing, and some people are getting kind of like butthurt about it. But no,
Why aren't
it's
people getting butthurt about everything?
probably one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time, and it's so well. It's done so well.
And the funny thing is, I could see it going down that way.
Yeah. Oh no, it's so it's and that's like it's yeah. It's just so good. You just gotta watch it. It's
Prophetic almost.
yeah. I mean, they do say we write our we write our future with our stories.
Yep.
So
A little too accurately sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah, a little too rough.
that's great, man. Like I said, it's on Netflix, so
I'll check it out.
check it out.
It was going to be theatrical, but Netflix bought it.
Yeah,
Like every other big movie that was supposed to come out last year.
I mean, it's gotta go somewhere.
Mhm.
Probably made more money that way.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the highest or most watched movies that they've released next to Red Notice?
Yeah. Just
Red
think of that. Yeah,
I
the
hated
one-
it. I
the one with
absolutely
Rock-
hated Red Notice.
The Rock, Gal Gadot, and
Oh yeah,
Ryan Reynolds.
I thought
That was
I thought
garbage.
I thought the trailer looked. I was like, this looks
And
like
it's-
the generic.
They're going to make 2 back-to-back sequels like the Matrix movies.
general like general
It's crap.
audience movie.
it couldn't. It was a movie that just couldn't decide if it wanted to be Indiana Jones or if it wanted to be James Bond.
Or Mission
So it ju-
Impossible.
So it just did really. It just pretty much did neither. So
And I like Gal Gadot in like the Wonder Woman movies. I like her as Wonder Woman. Everything else I see her in, she sucks.
well, I liked her in the Wonder Woman movie.
Mhm.
1984 was
Yeah,
absolute
yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's good as Wonder Woman though.
That's
she was
it.
just in a bad Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
But
I don't like her in anything else I've seen. I think she's just a horrible actress.
well, I don't even know what else she is in. Fast and Furious movies, I think.
She was in a couple of Fast and Furious movies. She's in that Death on the Nile that's coming up. That sequel to Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really. So basically, nothing that I would have watched anyway. I think I had to see one of the Fast and Furious movies. We watched it for like our movie night thing, friends and I do. And I was like, oh, I wouldn't have come if I knew it was going to be a Fast movie. God damn it. So, but then we ended up ripping on it and just making family jokes the entire goddamn time. So I was like, oh, okay. I thought we were like watching it because you guys liked it. And I was like, thought I knew you guys. But then, yeah, we just dogged on it the entire time. So it was fun.
You know what's also fun?
Huh.
A backlog roulette.
Ooh, that does sound nice. How about you, Church? You feeling some backlog roulette?
Yeah. I came here ready to gamble.
So what did you get last time, Jason?
What did I get last time? I'll have to look at my list. I don't remember what it was.
Last time I got roller games on the Nintendo. And that was actually pretty fun. I didn't beat it, but I came pretty close.
I think it was Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
Was it?
I believe so. It was yeah. I know I beat it. So it had been Hulk Ultimate Destruction. It's pretty far down my list, but I think that's around the time we did our last video. So
yeah.
Last episode.
There was a point where I was just like, what did I get again? Because it took so long for us to get around to doing this. I was like, I should probably play that. And I was playing it last weekend.
Sweet. Yeah,
it's pretty fun. It's
I try to knock
beat 'em up platformer.
Sweet.
But there's actually like a section of the game that's kind of like playing the Turbo Tunnel and Battletoads. But you're on roller skates.
So not that bad.
It can get frustrating.
Sweet.
But it's just a beat 'em up platformer. You have 3 different teams to choose from, and each one has their own attributes. Like one's fast, one's strong for the beat 'em up stuff, and then one of them is kind of like a good mix of both.
Okay.
I tended to go for the faster people because you can just avoid fighting people.
Run away!
Yeah, basically.
Run away them up.
But yeah.
On Ultimate
See you later
Destruction, yeah. Dibs out up.
Yep. Peace out up.
Yeah. I definitely did not run from any fights as I was the motherfucking Hulk. The funny thing is, like, I played a bit of it. I think I mentioned when I got it that my brother had it when we were younger. I think I might have even bought it for him. And I played a little bit with him, but I never really would say I got anywhere. Like, we kind of just traded off. I watched him play it a bit and kind of did my own thing. That was around the time I wasn't gaming as much. So I had played it before and I knew it was awesome. And I'd played the 2008 Hulk game, which was basically kind of a watered down version of it. I think they might have even just like taken the engine and assets and kind of just doctored them up to make them like to make them look more like the MCU Hulk or whatever. But I liked that game. A lot of people were like, piece of trash. But I thought it was pretty cool. It was the first time I experienced crossover achievements also. Like, as soon as I fired it up, because I'd played the Iron Man game, I got, like, an achievement for playing both or something.
You got to go and play all the Marvel games on the 360.
I was like, naturally. And then so I enjoyed that one, and this one is just even better. It didn't make me like the other one less. I don't know, maybe if I played it now. I mean, I played it right when it came out back in the day. I don't know. It's like probably the best Hulk game there is out there. So if you like Hulk, check this shit out. Hulk definitely smash. All right. So for those who don't know what Backlog Roulette is, I'm assuming Church does. If not, that means he just lies about watching this shit. And I can't even be mad and don't blame him, but also
a little bad.
Well, first of all, you take a list of games from 1 to 36.
Yep.
Is it 38?
36.
Yeah, 36. and then 0 and 00. And we spin the roulette wheel, and whatever number comes up on your list, you play. Simple as that. And you enjoy every single one, just like Chris.
Except me.
Yeah. So you're saying you didn't enjoy your last one?
I did enjoy my last couple.
So that's good. It's getting better. But I only hope the best. I only hope it opens up a reason to play games that you might have just been sitting.
I hope we get
for
games.
no unknown reason. I really hope we get games. So without any further ado, let's see what games we's getting. Oh, I'm surprised it's not squeaky with dust and rust. I'm gonna have to like flatten an edge on that mushroom. Motherfucker rolls. We got 21. All right. So what'd you guys get? What'd you guys get for 21 while I look up my list?
So I got Erica on the PlayStation 4.
Oh, the full motion video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently got that from Limited Run as well.
Yeah.
What good?
Love me a good full motion video game. I got Never Dead on the PS3.
Ooh, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Maybe he'll love
There's
it.
very few games that I hate. And that is one of them. That game was so bad.
That's where you can rip your head off and throw it at people, right?
And it's when you take damage, you like fall apart, and then you have to like reassemble your body. Just wait until you get into a room with multiple enemies where you're getting hit multiple times.
Shit.
I'm sorry, man.
I got a real rando, but Chameleon Twist on N64.
Nintendo 64?
Yeah,
I never played that
That's one of the few games I actually have for the Nintendo 64.
Yeah. I played it a bit back in the day, but I remember I think I played it I was babysitting a kid, and I think they had it. And I just played it there, and I thought, this is decent. And that's my only experience with it. So
I think there's a sequel too, isn't there?
Yeah, I got both of them. Yeah, it's just it's literally what it is. It's a platformer where you're a chameleon. I remember you can
Your tongue.
you can pole vault on your tongue to reach higher areas. I remember it having decent, That's one thing the N64 does as well, I think, is their platformers. There's a lot of quality platformers on the N64. So I remember that one being kind of cool, like puzzles and stuff. So look forward to checking it out. So I guess I gotta crack out that N64 right away.
Ooh!
It's time. Hey!
The Trident of Suckery.
All right. So I know I have apologized. We're still doing the draw for the Tales of Arise code giveaway. Hopefully whoever wins doesn't already have the goddamn game now. If not, now we'll do a backup spin. I'll probably just do it on Twitter, but I actually almost did this on Twitter anyway. But I was like, we're gonna do one soon, and then it just kept not being soon. All right, so I'll just spin right now. Oh, I better video it, or someone's gonna think I'm playing favorites or I'm a liar. That was close. It's almost libel.
Legit.
Do this legit. We got 21 entrants, so if I don't get from 1 to 21, we're gonna roll again. Okay, I got 23 immediately. Wow, that was like the slowest roll ever. All right, so there's only 21 entrants, so if I don't get 1 to 21, I didn't want to do a randomizer. This is how we do shit around here. This one's gonna be 5 times as long. And it's going to be one of those things where it makes me do it several goddamn times, even though there's only 13 numbers it can't be. So how you guys been? I just want to give this game away. It's been 3 months. 21. All right, so number 21 on the list is
It's the same as the
Iris 08. So Iris 08, if you actually watch the show, woo! Woo! I'll be trying to contact you. So that's done. And I think that's about it for the episode too. What do you guys think?
I think it's
been talking. Been talking. Gonna go for the record.
No.
I get pretty irritating. I get pretty irritating after a while, so probably good call. Well, thanks for joining us, Church. Where can we find you on the internet?
Yeah, sure. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Look up the Game Grinder, and you will find me there.
Sweet. What you got coming up? Enabler Bros episode? Let's get another one.
Oh,
Game Tenants? Game Tenants? A Game Tenants episode?
Could be.
Right after this.
Yeah. Two in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna play. Well, Erica. I guess that's on. I guess Erica's.
You're committed now.
Yeah.
And then we got.
Want to hear what you think?
I mean, holy cow!
Yeah,
February, March, April. Like, there's a whole bunch of games. Whole bunch of games coming out.
At least 2 games.
At least 2, but more like there's like 5 or 6 games. It's like I want to play those games so bad. So things are gonna get congested here real quick. This is gonna be looking like a good year. Good year for video games.
I hope God of War doesn't get pushed back. That's all I care about. I gotta say, I kind of don't care until God of War comes out. There's lots of cool games.
Horizon.
There's lots of cool games, but I goddamn want it.
I must have Horizon.
I want Horizon also, but it's almost like the hype doesn't compare from anything else as much as it does because this is what's selling me a PS5. So I gotta get that. So hopefully, if it comes into a couple months before and they don't announce a God of War edition, then I'm going to just get one.
You burn this motherfucker down.
They haven't done any editions yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know
if change your plates. You can change
side plates. Because like production issues or something. Because it seems like that's something they would have jumped on already. But now they just did those colors, so I'm guessing they're probably behind. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of controllers. Controllers aren't hard to get.
But it doesn't mean that they won't do plates later.
Yeah,
like a Horizon plate.
Even if they do them like
God of War,
like 360 do with the face plates you could interchange. Like I still got my Mass Effect one.
Yeah.
Another shout out for Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Pretty cool game.
Really good game.
Really.
That was a really good game.
Yeah, you'll like it.
A Game Chaser insert.
So
I've heard.
What are you gonna be playing? What are you doing in Chris? What's going on?
Well, I'm probably gonna play some Mass Effect at some point. And
Life
maybe if
goals.
I get a PS5, I can start playing some of those fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Beat Mass Effect. Earn a PS5.
Beat Mass Effect on the PS5.
Ooh.
I have it for the Xbox.
I'm not gonna say get a Series X, but just play.
I want one. I want one of those too. Because I want to play my. I want to play my Halo.
I mean, those mini fridges.
Yeah, I hope
you mean the Monolith from 2001?
I hope I win. Speaking of monoliths, Mass Effect, good game. All right, so I think that's about it for this episode, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Congratulations to our winner of a game from 3 months ago. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll catch you again, hopefully sooner rather than later. Bye. Jazz hands. I'm gonna edit that shit out.
Hasta la vista, baby.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.